A.T. Perry, from sleeper hope to early disappointment in Broncos camp. Just as the sun begins to rise on the Denver Broncos 2024 training camp, there's already a cloud forming over one of the team's most intriguing off-season storylines. A.T. Perry, once seen as a potential breakout sleeper at wide receiver, is now being labeled one of the biggest disappointments before a single preseason snap has even been played. It's not exactly the start anyone was hoping for. For those who've followed the Denver Broncos closely, it's clear that the wide receiver room is one of the most competitive and perhaps least flexible positions on the roster. With 6 spots essentially locked in, Courtland Sutton, Marvin Mims Jr., Devaughn Veal, Troy Franklin, Pat Bryant and Trent Sherfield, any outsider looking to crash the party was going to need a near-perfect camp. And for a moment, it looked like Perry might just be that guy. Let's rewind a bit. A.T. Perry, the 6th-round pick out of Wake Forest in 2023, turned heads during his rookie campaign with the New Orleans Saints. In limited action, he flashed serious potential. Over 20 yards per reception, 4 touchdowns in just 10 games, and a knack for making contested catches that suggested he could blossom into a legitimate deep threat in the NFL. His combination of size, speed, and body control made him one of the more fascinating young receivers to watch. So when the Saints surprisingly cut ties with Perry in 2024, many questioned the move. Was it an issue of fit, health, attitude? Whatever the reason, Denver wasted no time, scooping him up and stashing him on their practice squad. The excitement among Broncos country was real. He was promoted to the 90-man off-season roster, and for a brief time, fans dared to believe this diamond in the rough could push his way into the final 53. But then, silence. Perry was mysteriously absent during the off-season program, and the Broncos, as they often do, remained tight-lipped about injuries. Now, with camp officially kicking off, we've learned that A.T. Perry is starting things on the PUP list, physically unable to perform. And according to sources, he's the only player on the entire roster in that category. That's not just a setback, it's a huge red flag. And it's tough not to recall the age-old NFL saying, "You can't make the club from the tub." You could argue this exact situation, untimely injuries and unreliability, is what led to Perry's early exit from New Orleans. And unfortunately for him, Denver may not have the time or roster flexibility to wait around. The wide receiver depth chart is filled with young, promising talent. And make no mistake, this team is committed to developing its own. Of the current top 6, only Sherfield wasn't drafted or signed directly by Denver. That says a lot. Perry would need nothing short of a sensational camp and eye-popping preseason to even have a chance at cracking the final roster. But with a start like this, that dream is already on life support. In fact, it's telling that during minicamp, his jersey number was being worn by a tryout player. A quiet but unmistakable sign that the coaching staff is moving forward with other plans. Still, the book isn't fully closed yet. Training camp is long, the preseason stretches ahead with opportunities for redemption. But fans have to ask, at what point does promise give way to reality? And how long can a sleeper hold that title before simply being labeled a miss? It's disappointing, no doubt. Perry had the tools, the story, and the underdog appeal that fans rally behind. But in this league, availability matters just as much as talent. And right now, Perry is missing where it counts most, on the field. If you've made it this far, we want to hear what you think. Is A.T. Perry still worth keeping an eye on? Can he turn things around, or has the moment passed him by? Drop your thoughts in the comments and become part of this conversation. Broncos country is built on loyal voices like yours. And if you want to stay locked in with all the biggest storylines, training camp updates and breakout alerts, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps keep this community strong and growing. We're just getting started this season, and you won't want to miss what's coming next.